Steve, congratulations. You've signed a new 2-year contract with us. Was it an easy decision to sign a new contract with us?
Yeah, I think once Saturday got out of the way, I think we were just so focused on getting enough points to be safe. Thought it might, the way things were going, looking like it might have gone to the end of the season. A lot more points needed this season than last season. But we've managed to do it with a game to go. Me and Terry have been chatting with yourselves for some weeks now, but as I said, just wanted to focus on the football side of it first, and then obviously we've come to an agreement this week. Delighted, we've had a great time since we've been here. The fans have treated us great. They've taken to what we've tried to do, as have the players, and you can see by the sort of end of season form that there's a good side there, and little bit of manoeuvring in the window. I wouldn't have thought loads, but we'd have a side that can be competitive next season. So that's the whole reason. We know what we're both North East people. We know what we can achieve. I've liked listening to the chairman and to his plans for moving forward. Everything makes perfect sense. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Looking at your stay so far, 10 wins from the last 14 matches wasn't bad going, was it? The players really bought into what you and Terry were doing.
Yeah, I mean, as I've said before, you have to give them an awful lot of credit. We can give them their ideas, we can drill them. There's a lot of repetition in the training because the defensive side of it needed drilled, and the options going forward needed drilling, and they've took it on board, and they've actioned it. So as I said, the players need an awful lot of credit because they've had to go out in difficult circumstances at times where they've had a lot of pressure on them this season. A lot of it they'll admit themselves self-inflicted. But when we needed them to step forward, and when the club needed them to step forward and get the results, they've done it.
You certainly brought the best out of them. I remember one of the early games when you were in charge, in which we didn't really get many attempts in on goal. We were there creating the chances, but not really getting on the end of them. But then last few weeks, we've been creating about a dozen chances every game.
Well, we're improving, so that's why we've ended the season really well. I think we're improving. It does take time. It takes time. New ideas, new manager, new assistant manager, new way of playing. So it does take time, but you'd like to think that the way that we finished the season, as I said earlier, that style of play and those messages will be remembered as soon as we start again pre-season, and looking to hit the ground running, looking to start the way we're finishing.
For you, what was the turning point in the Great Escape when you thought, yes, we're definitely going to do it now?
I think when we stopped, we were winning games, and then we were losing 2, and then we won a game, and I think we lost 3. And then I think from then on we've responded really well to bad not many bad performances, to be honest with you, but bad results. We've responded really well. We've responded really well to pressure. Even like Saturday when it went to 2-1, should have been a really nervy spell because they were throwing everything at us with a wind behind, but the players kept the calm. They're still carving out loads of great chances and got the win that we deserved. But I just think I can't remember one specific turning point. We've had great results along the way. Beating Scunny the way we did, beating Shields away from home the way we did, a very good Curzon Ashton side. So we've had some very good performances. But I just think you could see the confidence growing and the belief growing as the season went on.
How much of an impact has Terry had on the squad with you?
Huge impact, every bit as much as myself. But the other staff as well, they've played the part. It's a real group effort. The physios, Steve, Alex, Gaz and Zach. They've all bought into what we're trying to do. Football is not just about the 11 men on the pitch. It's about the players that aren't playing. It's about the people who will help out in the background, about all the volunteers at the club, and obviously the fans. And so it's been a real group effort. As I said, boost the budget was a huge part of how we've been able to be relatively successful. It's allowed us to bring Cedric in. It's allowed us to bring Matty Cornish, Matty Young. We've brought Aidan in at the end of the season. We've got Scotty Barrow because of it. So, that's been a massive help as well.
Yeah, you mentioned the fans there. Their support was superb, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, Saturday was a a day that, you know, the promotion would have been couldn't have been any more well received than Saturday was. So, but hopefully that's the next step in the next couple of seasons. That's what we have to aim for as a club. You know, we have to, obviously we want to improve next season. We don't want to go through this again, but that's the ultimate plan, to get the other side of the table, to be knocking on the door of playoffs and get this club out of the league. That's got to be everybody's plan. And you know, it's funny, you hear a lot of managers playing it down. I'm not going to play it down. You know, that's where I think this club needs to be, and that's what we have to aim for. We have to.
Saturday we've got one game left at Chester, one of your old clubs as well. Then you'll be wanting to finish the season with a flourish. Yeah,
Chester was a club I wasn't at long, but I really I really like the place. I like the people who run it. You know, similar to this place, they're really good people. Cal's done a great job there. They've just missed out on the playoffs, but again, the strides they've made has been great. They've got some very, very good young players, and with a really good mix of experience, and I've worked with a lot of them. They've got some real class acts on the pitch. You know, Kev Roberts, Declan Weeks, George Glendon in midfield. They've got three young centre halves, three young defenders who I work with. You know, the Hayward, the left back, and Williams and Burke. So all lads that I've got a lot of fondness for, and you know, people say these games are dead rubbers. They're anything but. You know, we want to finish the season with another win. I've got no doubt that Chester will want to finish the season with a home win. There's people that I need to probably have another look at, which has been really difficult to do, because you have to go with what you know. So, you know, Saturday could be anything selection-wise for either side.
As you say, you've won 12 matches since you came to the club. We only won 4 before you got here. You'd love to finish with another one and make it 13.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to bash as many wins out as you can. That's what football's all about. As I said, my job was quite simple when I got here, because we couldn't try and play for points and draws and be hard to beat. We have to be hard to beat, but be very good going the other way as well. And every single game has been a game we've had to win. So we're in that mentality now. So we've got no intention of changing that mentality on Saturday.